Hi guys, Aceface back with another video for you, and I'm sorry it's been a little while since my last video. It's kids' holidays at the moment, and my two daughters are sort of taking over, which is to be expected. So apologies there. There'll be lots more videos coming up very shortly, but just bear with me over the next couple of weeks, the last few weeks of the kids' holidays, because they can be pretty hectic. I'll be back with lots of content soon. Got lots going on, so thank you very much guys. Anyway, that's enough of that. So today I have a advice from the Hive Mind. This will be a short, sharp one, and hopefully you'll find it useful. And I'm going to cover Genestealer tactics in 7th. So I've covered Genestealers before and Broodlords and bits and pieces on the channel, and you would have seen me use them in numerous battle reports. But I wanted to kind of cover them in a little bit more detail and around sort of tactics using them in 7th, because they're a unit that people don't like at the moment, because obviously they're only combat orientated, and 7th edition is particularly shooty. And there's so much out there that just completely ignores their armor save, because it's so awful, and they just get ploughed down, and they're not ultra cheap. So what is it that makes the Steelers actually a really viable option in 7th edition, and why I heavily recommend you start thinking about using them? And that is around tactical objectives and around ball control. Because what you're going to find at the moment in 7th edition, particularly with armies such as Space Marines with their battle company, and just generally so many armies getting lots of things for free, and in 7th with tactical objectives, a lot of the game is to do with ball control. Now what Genestealers give you is they give you that from the off, because by having several units of small units of Genestealers, you can infiltrate those guys and you can stick them on your objectives. And that's where the tactics come in, because you can plan for this, because you're placing those objectives in the first place. And if you're cunning and you place those objectives in nice areas where you can put then a unit of Genestealers well hidden, well out of sight, or in cover, you're actually going to have quite a solid unit sitting on that objective. Because the good things about Genestealers is their objective secure, because they're troops choice, and they're not fearless like a lot of like not that much sort of obviously solid units in the Tyranny Codex. A majority of the sort of, obviously you've got Synapse creatures which are going to be fearless, otherwise the stuff's going to suffer from instinctive behaviour and run away or do all sorts of things. Steelers aren't part of the instinctive behaviour, so, and they're not fearless. So the good thing there is you can go to ground. So by putting your objective right close to ruins and then have your Steelers in the ruin just close enough to grab that objective, something tries to shoot at you, you go to ground in ruins, you've got that reliable cover save. Yes, there's stuff out there that will take away your cover save, but there's still not tons and tons of it, and actually maybe if that's shooting at that, it's not shooting at something else that would cause more damage. So you've got that. And hopefully, if you're really crafty enough and you've got the right terrain on the table, you can actually hide those Genestealers so they're out of sight as well, holding that objective. And in so many of those objective-based games, when you draw the cards at start, that first turn, if you manage to have one of those games where you've got lots of objective cards, potentially you could be taking like 2 or 3, 4, even more objectives. There's the ones where you need to hold, say, twice as many as your opponent. There's numerous different objective cards that really fit well with this tactic. So yeah, so make sure you don't take big units, because potentially these if people know what they're doing, they're going to focus and they're going to try and get rid of them. And also if you've got a big unit, it's harder to hide them properly. So just by taking multiple small Genestealer units, you've got your ball control there from the off. You can put them, and if you place your objectives in the right place, you're going to put the Genestealer, you're going to place those objectives so they're not within range, so you can't infiltrate onto them. You're going to put them in that kind of middle ground where it's outside 18 or just on 18, or a position that's always going to be out of sight. And then you're going to put your Genestealers close to their objectives and really kind of hold all the objectives for the first turn. Because then what your opponent is forced to do is forced to focus on these small, not heavily expensive Genestealer units, because otherwise next turn you're then going to go and pick up some more cards, and potentially you're going to get more objectives from these Genestealers. So they're a very cheap and easy way of actually racking up the victory points quickly if you're lucky. So they're a really handy unit, and actually they're a very good viable choice. And the good thing is that because they're objective secure and sitting on objective, even though they're not fearless and they can run away, they're like leadership 10, so they're not going to run away generally. So quite often, particularly if you're going to ground and you've got a good cover save, your opponent needs to focus a lot of fire to make sure they get rid of them all. Because otherwise, there's only that one Genestealer there that's going to sit on that objective, and it's going to be ready to take that next turn. So it works really well. It's a very cunning, clever tactic, and hopefully it will help you guys win some more games. So thanks for watching, stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.